We are standing right on the edge of a revolution, but it's not one you can see or touch, because this one is happening inside our own heads. So let's dive into what that really means. No, really, just for a second, try to picture that. You have an idea, and poof, it just appears in someone's mind on the other side of the planet. No text messages, no phone calls, just pure thought. And believe it or not, this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. It's happening. They're calling it the digital Silk Road. And just like the ancient Silk Road connected the world with silks and spices, this new one, well, it aims to connect minds. So, what's the technology actually building this road? Well, the foundation of it all is a piece of tech that honestly feels like it was ripped straight out of a movie: brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, and companies like Neuralink are at the forefront. Let's break down what's actually going on here. Okay, so at its core, a BCI is basically a translator. It's a tiny little bridge between the electrical storm of signals firing inside your brain and the digital ones and zeros world of computers. It's literally the hardware for a brand new kind of internet. So how does it actually work? Well, if you boil it all down, it's a pretty straightforward three-step dance. First, the implant just listens. It reads the signals from your neurons. Then, some incredibly smart algorithms figure out what you're trying to do. Say, move a mouse cursor. And finally, boom, it sends that command to your computer. Simple on paper, right? But unbelievably complex in reality. And let me be clear, this is not just a theory anymore. The early trials are already seeing incredible results. We're talking about patients moving cursors, typing out messages, and controlling their phones, all just by thinking. This stuff is already changing lives, and we are just getting started. But, controlling a cursor is really just the first baby step. What this technology truly opens the door to is something so much bigger, a completely new way for us to connect with each other. To really wrap your head around just how massive this shift is, think back to that original Silk Road. It completely changed the course of history by moving physical things like spices and silk. This new digital road, it could move pure experience. We're going from exchanging objects to exchanging consciousness itself. When you see a breathtaking sunset and you try to describe it to someone, the words, they just never quite capture it, do they? Well, imagine a future where you could share that raw feeling of awe, that direct experience, with somebody else, instantly. No words needed. And let's be real, for millions of people with paralysis or other conditions that lock them in their own bodies, this isn't just a cool feature. This is a 100% life-altering, world-opening breakthrough. It gives them a voice and a way to connect that was simply impossible before. It's almost impossible to overstate this. Forget faster internet speeds. We are talking about communicating at the actual speed of thought. It's a profound jump forward. But, and you knew there was a but, when you open up your money to a network, you also open it up to a whole new world of danger. And yeah, this is where the conversation takes a turn and gets a whole lot darker. Because if your brain is on the network, it means your brain can be vulnerable. Just let that sink in for a second. Right now, your thoughts, they're the one place in the universe that is truly, completely private. What happens when that private space has a USB port? Who gets the password? Cybersecurity experts are already coining new terms, and they are chilling. Neuro-hacking. It's the idea of someone hijacking your BCI. Imagine a hacker literally seeing your bank PIN the moment you think of it, or maybe more subtly, tweaking your emotions to make you feel anxious right before a big presentation. It's the ultimate invasion of privacy. This just cracks open a Pandora's box of questions we have no answers for. Who owns the data your brain produces? Your employer? An insurance company? The government? Could advertisers target you based on a fleeting thought you didn't even know you had? We are walking into a massive ethical minefield, and we're doing it blind. So all of this, it brings us to a huge fundamental debate. Is this technology the next logical step in human evolution? Or are we about to make ourselves completely dependent on a machine for our own humanity? You've really got two camps here. On one side, the supporters see this incredible future of super intelligence, learning a new language in an afternoon, and a deeper, more empathetic connection to each other. But on the other side, critics are warning that we could become totally dependent on this tech, forget how to talk to each other face to face, and worst of all, split humanity in two. And that idea of a new digital divide,
It's a really powerful and, frankly, terrifying thought. This isn't about who has the newest iPhone anymore. This could be a divide between those who are neurologically enhanced and those who aren't. A biological gap created by technology.
But even with all the scary stuff, you can't deny that the potential is just mind-boggling. We're talking about the possibility of downloading skills like in The Matrix, or sharing a cherished memory with someone like playing a video, or achieving true empathy by literally feeling what another person is feeling.
So that leaves us here with this enormous question that we have to answer as this technology is being built. Are we building the next great chapter of human evolution? Or are we about to kick open a door that, once it's open, we can never, ever close again?
One thing is for certain, though. The digital Silk Road is under construction, whether we feel ready for it or not, and it promises to reshape our world from the inside out. The next chapter of our story isn't going to be written on paper. It's going to be written in the connections between our minds.